So today we are going to be starting about a new chapter called as packages. Now under that packages, we are going to be talking about the definition of package, creating and accessing a package, understanding how to set a class path, and how we can be import the packages. So these are the things we are going to be studying under this chapter. It's very comfortable chapter, very important also for creating of the packages and to defining our own packages. So the main objective of this one is normally we have just now seen in the previous doing of the lab programs or practice program, we are importing the standard packages like import java.io package, import java.util package. Like under that util package, we are going to using scanner classes. We are going to using whatever the classes we require, we are going to be accessing. This java.io, java.util, everything is going to be predefined. Now what we are going to doing is, we are going to be creating our own packages. We are going to be creating our own classes and we are keeping that classes into that packages. Whenever we require, we are going to accessing that classes via that packages. So creating the classes is nothing but what? We can also create it in the class, some methods, some data members over it. Okay. So let me start of this topic. Now the same book we are going to following. And coming to the definition of a package. So what is the definition of a package is nothing but normally simple statement for a package is set of classes is called as package. What will be there in a package? Normally java.io we are saying. IO is a package name. Now set of classes are there, right? So we are going to accessing that one. So to create a package is quite easy and simply include a package command as a first statement in a Java source file. Just include package space package name. Any classes declare within that file. Within that file means what? Within that package will belong to specified package itself. Okay. So the package statement that is defines a namespace in which classes are going to be stored, right? So if you omit the package statement, the class names are put into the default package, which is has no name for that. So default where you are going to storing the classes, normally you are creating different Java programs, right? Class student, class register, class A, class B, class C, like this different classes you are going to create. Where actually it is going to storing? Normally it is whatever the path you are giving, like you have given the path in the C drive or D drive, like week 1, week 2, or practice programs on inheritance. Like this, you are giving a folder. By default, they are going to be storing all the class files into that folder, right? So if you are giving a package name at the starting of the Java source file, if you are giving that, automatically whatever the classes you are going to creating in that Java program, all that classes will be going to be stored in that package name. If you are not giving the package name as a first statement, by default, it will be stored in a default package name, which is having no name for that package. Okay. So package is simply a set of classes where you are going to be storing all the classes related to that Java file. Now let me go for the next part, that is creating and accessing a package. Normally, as I said you, a package is nothing but a package is consisting set of classes. This is the definition of a package. This is the definition. A package is consisting of set of classes. Simply in a single line, a set of classes will be available in a package. Now coming to the second step, creating and accessing a package. Now how to create a package? Just now I said, we can create our own packages. A Java package is a group of similar type of classes. Similar type of classes means what? All the IO related operation classes will be stored in a package called as java.io. All the related to the utility point, we are going to storing in a package called as java.util, all the classes related to that. So it will be Java package or user defined package will store all the similar types of classes. Similar type of classes means what? All related to mathematical in one package, all related to the GUI in one package, all IO related will be in one package. Like the similar type of task, similar type of functionality will be going to be stored in a particular package. So set of similar type of classes, interfaces, and sub packages are going to be stored in a package or in a Java package. So simply we can call the definition here also. A Java package is a group of similar type of classes, interfaces, and sub packages. Sub packages means what? Java IO dot. If you have any another package over there, we can going to be accessing that sub packages also. And a package can be defined as a group of related classes, interfaces, the enumerations and annotations. So this enumerations is nothing but we are going to be creating our own data types, and annotations means we are creating our own documentations over there, providing access protection and namespace management. Access protection is nothing but we can create that class which is going to be storing in a package. If you create as a public, automatically you can access that freely. If you are having any restrictions for that particular class, which is you are going to be storing that particular package, then access will be denied. And namespace management. Namespace management is nothing but we can import the package directly with the star. We can import the package with the help of package name dot class name. We can directly use as anonymous package names directly at the time of creation of an object for a particular class. Directly there itself, we can give package name dot class name. We'll see detail about that. So a package can be defined as a group of related types, which consisting of classes, interfaces, enumeration, and annotations. Enumerations is nothing but user defined data type. Annotations nothing but documentation. Okay, providing access protection and namespace management. So package in Java can be categorized into two forms: built-in, first one; second one, user defined. So built-in already we have seen, like the java.lang package, java.awt package, javax.swing package, net package, IO package, util package, SQL package. All these are called as built-in packages. All are called as built-in packages, already predefined. Just we are going to be import that package, directly use that particular class in that package or method in that particular class itself. These are called as built-in. Language, lang package, AWT package, swing package, net package, IO package, util package, SQL package. All these are the different packages are available as a built-in. Now coming to the user defined. How to create a user defined packages? The syntax is, here is the syntax. The syntax is follows like this: package followed by name of the package. So PKG is the name of the package. You can give any name in the place of PKG. So like we are creating a class with the help of class keyword, right? So to create a package, we are going to be using a package keyword. Package is a predefined keyword, space, name of the package. Anything you can give it. Here PKG is a user defined name. You can give ABC, 1, 2, 3, anything you can give it. For example, how to create a package means package, my package. So my package is the name of the package name. How to create that one? This is the predefined keyword. Package is a predefined keyword we are going to use it for creating packages, right? Now, if you want to have a hierarchy of the package, sub packages, you can create a hierarchy of packages. Like if you want to create, say for example, a package name called as IO package, IO, another you want to create one more sub package, IO, under that input, again under that you are going to create in keyboard. If you want to create that much of hierarchy of packages, IO dot input dot keyboard dot, like this you can create sub packages. How to create sub packages means package followed by the parent package dot child package dot sub child package. So these are all putting in a square brackets. Why? Because it is a optional. It's not having mandatory. It's optional. Square brackets, whenever you're keeping the anything in the square brackets, normally in the syntaxes, it is nothing but it is an optional. It's not mandatory. For example, package java.awt.image. So Java is a package. Again, in that AWT is another package. Under that image. Image is a class directly they are going to be using. Image is another package. So java.awt.image. So Java is PKG1, AWT is PKG2, image is PKG3. Like this, we can create a hierarchy of package names also. It needs to be stored in Java AWT image in a Windows environment. The meaning of this one is whatever the classes you are going to creating inside wherever you are importing this package, this package, wherever you are importing the program, that program will create a class file, right? Definitely. That class file will have to store in this folder. That is in Java, again a subfolder called as AWT, again a subfolder called as image. Like this, we are going to creating normal user defined package as well as hierarchy of packages, right? Let me discuss some advantages of the Java packages. What we required here is, here Java package is a user defined. So predefined also be there, user defined also be there. Predefined is already built in. User defined means with the help of package keyword, we are going to creating these packages. So Java package is used to categorize the classes and interfaces so that they can easily maintain. So Java package provides access protection. Java package removes naming collisions. Naming collisions in the sense it is going to be give you there is no part of like this is the way the class name should be, this is the way the method name should be. It will be remove the naming collision also. So we can categorize which class, which interface, under which class, which methods, under which interfaces, which classes are there. And we can protect the classes, whether they can access or not. We can protect some, give some security over there. We can avoid the naming collisions also. So these are the three different advantages are having by using Java packages. Now let me see a small example how a Java package can be created. See here, I'm creating a program called as simple.java. So this simple.java program is going to be considering of how to create a package normally. This is the name of the program is simple.java. How to create a package with the help of package keyword. And my pack is the name of the package name. Okay. So I'm creating a class called as simple. Oh, fine. I'm calling the main method here and I'm just displaying welcome to package. Now in this program, when you compile this program, the simple has to compile it. How it will be, where it will be stored? This class file. What is the class name here? Simple. So simple.class file will be stored in the package name called as my pack. Whenever you want to be access anybody to access this class, under this class to access that one, they can just import the my pack. Import my pack dot star semicolon, like directly can import and directly you can use simple class over there wherever you require for that. Okay, so like this, a simple program will be there for to create a Java package. So simply package name pack package space my pack. That's all. My pack is a user defined. Anything you can give it and create the class and it will compile the program. Now let me talk about how to set this a class path. How to set this class path. Let me understand how to set this class path. Class path is nothing but now when you are compiling a Java program, that may be a user defined package Java program or maybe a predefined package Java program, that will generate a class file. Agree? So where it will be set? How it will be set means compiling normal Java program is different than compiling user defined package Java program. So compiling normal Java program is Java C space file name.java. When you are compiling a user defined package Java program, we had to be compiled in a different way. What is the different way that will be see now? Now see how to compile Java packages. How to compile Java packages is we had to clearly mention Java C is a compiler here, followed by -d, where -d indicates -d indicates which is specifies the destination where to put the generated class file. For every program, whatever the Java file you are going to be compiling, example.java, it will create example.class file, right? Where I need to be keep that class file, that we had to be specified. So to specify that destination, -d is option followed by space followed by a directory. So if you want to specifically store in a particular drive, D drive in Java folder, I need to store this class file, which are generated by this Java packages. It will want to, we can mention the path at the place of directory. If you want to be stored in the current directory itself, we can just mention dot in the sense current directory. Now we can use any directory name like /home in the Linux or d:/abc in the Windows or any folder, d:/abc/abbc, any path you can mention at the place of directory. If you want to store in the current directory, if you want to keep the package within the same directory, you can use just dot operator. Just we can use simply dot operator followed by file name.java. So like this, the compilation has to be done. Java C space -d space dot, if you are storing the class files in the same directory, dot space file name.java. If you want to be store that class files in a particular path, you mention at the place of directory, mention the path name. Okay, so the path name, like already you know what a path name is, nothing but C:/program file /java/ like this, or E/abc/ anything you can give it. Now how to run a Java package program is normally to run a normal Java programs, Java space class file, simply we are running. Now here where it is actually available, the class file. The class file is available in a package folder. Under that, the class file is there. So for that purpose, you have to be run like this. So you have to compile Java C space -d space dot, if the current directory, in the current same directory, if you want to store the class file, dot space file name dot Java. Here simple dot Java is a file name. Now how to run Java space mypack dot simple. What is the mypack? Here is nothing, right? Mypack is the package name. Whatever you have created, the package. In this previous example, if you are observed here, mypack is there, right? Here is the mypack. So in the mypack only, the class file of simple will be there. So for that purpose, we are going to be give the file name here. So mypack dot simple. So mypack dot simple, we are going to be giving as a file name. So mypack dot simple. So where is the simple class file is available? In mypack folder. So mypack dot simple, it is available. Okay. So Java space mypack dot simple, it is available over there, right? So like this, we are going to compiling, and like this, we are going to be running the Java programs. Now let me have consider here, for example, we are going to be considering this following the package specification. So how to create a package normally? Package space name of the package. So in order to for a program to find mypack, one of the three things you can do it. Either the program can be executed from a directly immediately of mypack from there, or else you can set the class path, or you can set the class path directly, means in the environment variables you can set it, or else with the help of the option set class path, you can set the path directly, you can run the program. Okay, now you please remember that, you please make sure that here the one of the three ways. One is the directory, where normally we are compiling the programs, right? Directly normally like this, directly immediately to the mypack is nothing but here, like immediately to the directly like this, we are compiling and run the program. The second way is set the class path. How to set the class path? Go to the advanced settings, environment variables, where path is available. You have paste the value Java bin, right? So there itself you can paste the path of mypack, where you have kept mypack, that path, total path, like you are kept in D drive, D:mypack, if you kept it, you have to put that path there itself. Or else with the help of -hyphen class path, like set -hyphen class path, and give the path where it is available mypack over here. Okay, so like this, you are going to be setting the environment variables, right? So in the advanced settings, you are going for advanced settings where there is a environment variable, right? Environment variables. Under that, we are going to for system. In this one, you can set here or here the user variables. There is a path. Inside the path, you are going to be pasting the where the package names are available, where mypack is available. Like this, you can set it. Or else in the command prompt, set space class path, give the in the double quotation, give the path, enter, say D:/mypack. That's if the path is that one, or if the path is like C:/program files Java/mypack. If you have an entire path, you can mention the double quotation. Like this also you can do over there. Okay, so with the help of the directly immediately, you can compile like this. This is the first way. The second way, this is the first way. The second way, directly you can mention in the environment variables like path. The third way, directly in the command prompt, use the set class path equal to, mention the path name there itself. Okay, like this you can compile the program. Now to import the packages. Now till now we have done a simple simple programs, how a Java program, how a package can be created, how things can be done. Now let me see a small example for this one. This is an example, right? So I'll just run this program so that you can understand very clearly what actually we are looking for. So see here, here is I have a simple.java program. Simple.java program is here itself. Now what we can do here is, here the same program, mypack, I'm going to creating simple class name, and this is a method. This is a simple method available here. Okay. Fine. So what is the class name? Simple. What is the package name? Mypack. Just save the program. Now I'm just going to the corresponding folder here, and I'm going to the command prompt. So how to compile here? Java C space. If you are compiling normally simple.java, it will be like simple.java. When you compile like this, what will happen? It will compile and will get back the class file here itself. But when somebody want to be access that one, when somebody want to access, say for example, Java space simple. it will raise the error because it is not found wrong my pack. It is searching in my pack. It is searching in my pack, the simple folder. If you not compile that one, there is no my pack folder is there. So that's why the compilation like normal Java C space file name.java, if you run the Java package program, use a different Java program is like this, it will be raise an error. It will compile, it will generate the class file. But when you are running the program, it is unable to find out my pack folder because where the simple dot class file will available in my pack folder. So that's why you have to compile like this. Java C space minus D is the destination. If you want to create in a current directory, you can use dot and what is the file name? Simple dot Java. Right. So once you have done this with the current directory, automatically see previously my pack is not there. Now my pack is there. Right. So I'm just deleting this simple dot class and see here in my pack simple dot class file is available. Okay. Now how to run the program? Java space where it is available my pack dot simple. Because if you run directly, see Java space simple, if you run it, it is not found the load main class simple because Java space simple is a class file where it is available actually in my pack here my simple dot class file. So that's why we have to give correct like this Java space my pack is a user defined package name dot simple. Now welcome to package. So like this way, you have to be compiled with the help of -d and dot if we are going to storing in the current folder. No, I want to be stored in a separate folder. Say for example, if I want to store in a particular, see for example, I'm just deleting this also. I'm just deleting this. Now I'm creating a folder here. Say for example, KKB. If you want to be stored in this one, now KKB. Now what you can, how to can compile is Java C space minus D space. I just mention the path. In this path, simple dot Java. You are compiling. So this is the path name. This is the path name. Instead of the dot operator current file, I am going to storing whatever the simple dot Java class file will be generated, will be stored in this particular folder. Enter. Okay. Enter. Okay. Now, instead of creating here, see, instead of creating outside my pack in the KKB, it will create my pack, and inside that it is simple dot class, right? So now, how to compile? How to run Java space my pack dot simple corner point, because why? Where it is actually the path CD KKB. In KKB, my pack dot simple is there. So the output is welcome to package. So Java space my pack dot simple. Okay. So like this, you are going to be make sure of this one. Fine. So we can create with the help of user defined or with the help of normal. With the help of this, we can create it. With the help of normal path or with the help of the current directory, we can create this. Fine. Now coming to the next part of the topic here is now how to importing the packages. So to import the packages, we are having three ways. So to import the packages from another package. Now till now we have seen in a single program, we have created a user defined package. For that user defined package, we are just accessing this statement. That's all. When you are having two different programs, the first program you have created a user defined package, you have created some class, you have created some method in that class. Now, if you want to access this class in another class, in another Java program, how to import this package inside this one and how to access this class which is available here and the methods which are available here, how to access in this second method, second class. Like we see, that can be done. How to access package from another package. There are three ways to access the package from outside the package. The first way is import space package name dot star. The second way, import space package name dot class name. The third way, fully qualified name. Let me see each one with an example clearly to understand. The first one is with the help of star, import space package dot star. Now see very simple how this access protection will be done. In the same class, if it is a private or if it is a non-modifier or it is a protected, it is a public, all are yes. Within the same class, if you declare that method or data members as a private or protected or public, anybody can access because you are within the same class. Same package subclass. Same package subclass. Same package subclass means what? Like I have said you, java.io awt. Like if you have a sub package, subclass is there. If it is a private, the same package in the subclass can't be accessed. If you declare any private method or private class or private data members, you can't access it. For non-modifiers, you can access it. For protected, for public, both can be accessed. Same package, non-subclass. Same package, non-subclass means what? Which is not inherited from that package. Subclass means inheriting. Non-subclass means class A, class B. Subclass means what? Class A, class B extends class A. That is called as subclass. Non-subclass means class A, class B. There is no connection between class A and class B. If you declare as a private, we can't access it. If you are making non-modifier or if you are making protected, if you are making the public, you can access all the three. Now, different package subclasses. Different packages means package 1, package 2. If you declare package 1 as private, if you want to access that package in the package 2, you can't access it. For no modifier also, you can't access it. So if you make the modifier as protected or public, then only the package 1 can access in the package 2 or package 2 can access in package 1. No modifier means what? You can't declare as any private, protected, public. You are not giving anything. Just you are keeping as just a class name A. That's all. Method void print like this you are giving. No modifier means there is no private, there is no protect, there is no public. Okay. Different package non-classes. So if you declare as a private or if you declare as a non-specified, if you declare as a protected, 3 can't be accessed. Only if you declare as a public only they can access. The meaning of this table is when and how we can access at which constraint. Whenever the access specifies to declare as a private or protected or public, how I can access a package, classes, or the methods inside which is available in the package, how can we access all? So preferably when you want to be accessed from one package to another packages, definitely we have to create as a public or else our worst case protected. If you create as a private, we can't access from one package to another package. Let me discuss with the first way of accessing the one package in the another package. So the first way is what? Package by import dot star. Import package dot star. Now I'm creating a package called as pack here, and inside that pack I'm creating a class called as A1. Okay, what is the name of the package? Pack here. Now I'm creating A1 class. Now just I'm using a method inside a A1 method, A1 class, and just displaying hello. That's all. And I'm creating one more program, b1.java. Here a1.java, here b1.java. In b1.java, I'm creating a package called as mypack. And I'm going to be importing this package here. Import pack.star. That is, pack means the name of the package is what? Pack. Pack.star. So whatever the classes are available in this pack folder, all the classes you are going to be accessing over here in this program. I'm creating a b1 class and main method, calling the main method, and just creating an object for A1. Where is the A1 class actually? In pack folder, in pack package, right? A1. So creating an object here and object.msg. So whether in the b1.java, whether msg is there? No. Whether A1 is there? No. Just with help of the importing package dot star, we are accessing A1 class of another class, another Java program, A1.java, and we are accessing the method of that particular class, that is msg. Like this, we can do it. Now let me run this program so that you can understand very clearly about this one. Say for example, here a1.java is there. In a1.java, I'm just creating a package called as a1 pack. So in that example, we have created a package name. Here I'm just creating a1 pack, and I'm creating a class called as a1, and I'm just defining a method called as message, and it just displays a1 hello. Just you can say as a1 hello, like this. Okay, so end of the class here and end of the method here. Okay, so I'm going to saving this program name as a1.java. Clear? Now coming to the b1.java. Now in b1.java, what I'm doing here is, here see, in b1.java, what I'm doing here is, in this b1.java, I'm creating a package called as b1 pack, and I'm going to importing a1 pack.star here. I'm importing, and I'm creating a class b1, and I'm calling the main method here, and I'm creating a class object for a1 class obj, and I'm accessing msg. But here in this program, there is no a1 class and there is no msg method. And where is it is coming? From A1 pack. From A1 pack, it is going to be getting A1 pack, and it is going to be accessing with the help of creating an object, and it is accessing MSG method, right? Now, how to compile this program? Just I am going to that particular folder and just going to CMD command prompt. So first, what the program? Java C space -d space dot current folder A1.java. A1.java, right? So currently there is no folders here, right? So actually, what is the A1.java? A1.java, what is the package name? A1 pack here. So once I am compiling this program, it will create a A1 pack folder and it will stores A1.class file. Okay. Now I'll just compile B1.java. Okay. B1.java. So what is there in the B1.java? Actually, the package name is B1 pack. Okay. What is the class? B1.class. Now B1 pack, under that B1.class file is there. Clear. Now what we can do is, now coming to this one, how to run the program? Java space, where is the main method? In B1, right? So where is the B1 class? In B1 pack dot B1, right? Where is the B1 class? Actually, in B1 pack, there is a B1. Okay. Now I'm going to accessing that Java space. So A1 hello result. Clear. Now this is nothing but import package dot star. All the classes we are going to be accessing at a time. That is the one example. Next, the second way is what? Just with the help of package name, import package dot class name. Directly with the help of, instead of star, we are going to using class name. So I'm just creating the package in a2.java file pack, and I'm creating a class a2 and using the message. And this is a message also hello. Now I'm creating one more program b2.java. Under that, I'm going to creating a package called as my pack, and I'm just importing this pack here. So how to import? Previously it is a pack dot star. Now it is a pack dot specifically one class name, like java dot util dot scanner. Like this, specifically if you have a package name, you can directly use that package name itself, right? So package name followed by the class name. So B2 class I'm going to creating in this my pack package, and I'm just A2 class, I'm creating an obj object, and I'm going to access image, right? So how to run this program? Let me compile this. So what are the programs here is the program. Here is a2.java. So for just a change, I'm just using a package a2 pack to understand very clearly. I'm creating a class a2 and a message image, and you just say a2 hello, a2 class hello. Okay. Now go to the another program b2.java. In b2.java, just what I'm doing is I'm creating b2.pack, and I'm just importing a2.pack dot a2 pack dot a2. A2 is the class name, a2 pack is the package name, where actually a2 is available in a2.pack. So if you see, observe here, when you compile, still now we are not compiled. So once it is compiled, it will be come back the packages. B2 class we are going to creating in B2 package and calling the main method and creating a2 object obj and calling the method mh. Okay. So now coming to this program, how to compile the program? Java C space -d space dot space. What is the a2.java? Once you have created, once you have compiled, see here it is creating a2.pack. In a2.pack, there is a file called as a2.class file. Now, how to compile the b2.java? Just same, just you can use b2.java. Now, once you have created b2.java, here b2.pack is available. Inside the b2.pack, b2.class file is available. Now, how to run the program? You just run the program as Java space. Where is the b2? In b2 pack dot b2. Enter. A2 hello. This is the output. A2 hello over here. And in the similar fashion, what is the third way of accessing here is fully import fully qualified name. Import fully qualified name is what? Anonymous objects you have, remember, right? We don't have the left hand side class name space object name. Directly we are creating new the constructor. Directly we are going to creating the object over there. In the same fashion, here I'm going to creating in a3.java, I'm creating a package called as pack, and I'm creating an a3 class. Now b3.java, another class file I'm going to creating, and under that b3.java file, I'm creating a package called as mypack. Now I'm not importing anything here. I'm not importing this package here. I'm not importing any package here. Directly what I'm doing, I'm just directly using here pack.a3 space object name space the assignment operator space new space pack.3 constructor. Directly instead of class name, I am using package name dot class name. that directly if you are using package name dot class name, then it is called as fully qualified name. Fully qualified names means what? Not shortcuts. Like A3, A2 means it's a class name. It's a shortcut, only first name. If you want the first name, middle name, last name, entire, that is called as fully qualified name. Full name of yours, including the surname you are calling, right? So that is called as package name dot class name space object, the assignment operator new, and same constructor package name dot class name. So if you have any sub package, main package name dot sub package name dot class file space object, the help of new operator, you can directly create the constructor also, right? And we are calling the message over here. Now let me run this program so that we can understand very clearly. Now I'm just opening a3.java here. Here is the a3.java. This is package A3 package I'm creating for just a small change, A3 package, and I'm creating a class A3 in this package, and one more method in this class A3 is image. Okay, now just creating as A3 hello. A3 hello. Now coming to the b3.java. In b3.java, what I'm doing here is, in b3.java, what I'm doing here is, I'm just creating anonymous, means fully qualified. I'm not importing here. I'm just creating b3.java in b3 pack folder package and calling the main method. And with the help of the package name dot A3, the object name, followed by new, the package name dot A3. Directly we are going to creating fully qualified name and calling the method obj.message. Okay, so let me compile the program. How to compile the program? Java C space -d space dot space A3 dot Java. How to run the program is with the help of B3, right? Another program B3. You have to compile. Now how to run the program is Java space B3 pack dot B3, because where is the B3? In B3 pack. So after creating, see, A3 pack is there and B3 pack is there. In B3 pack, there is a B3 dot class file is available. Okay, so just compile. So A3 hello. So like this, you can do the packages concepts over here. So by this, we have completed the package chapter where we learn about the definition. We have learned about the creating and accessing a package. We have learned about how to set a class path, and we have learned about the importing packages. So how to set a class path, already we have seen the environment variables, advanced environment variables. Directly we can set the path, and or else we can use with the help of the set class name. Already we have discussed that, right? Set class path equal to, in the double quotation, semicolon, you can give the path here like this. Okay. Or else in the go to environment variable, set the path. Already you are aware about that. So that's about the packages in Java. Fine. So normally here, whether you have got a doubt that always whether I want to be create the two files, whether I want to create the two files in the package name itself, like A1 also had to be created in a package, A2, B1 also we had to create in a package. Both the programs had to kept in a package. It's not like that. So for example, I will open a2.java. Okay, I'll just open the a2.java here. So a2.java here, and what is the name of the package of this program? A2 pack. Okay, now I'm just deleting all this one for a time being. Now I'm just using, again, opening b2.java. The respective of b2.java is there, right? So what you can do, there is no need of having a package here. I'm just keeping the comments. No need always b2 also kept in a package. Directly I can use a2.pack.a2. Directly I can use it. At the time, how to run the program, I'll show you now. Directly, there is no mandatory that the A package, A Java program and B Java program, both should be kept as in a package. One program you can kept in a package, and whatever that program classes are there, you can just import in another class. So the another class does not require always to keep in another package. Okay. So now what I'm doing here, I'm not creating any packages here. Already in A2, I have created a A2 pack. Under that, I am creating A2 class. So A2 pack dot A2 class, I'm just importing. Okay. So for this purpose, how to run the program is just see Java C space where I have kept it A2.java. Okay. Once you have compiled this program, we'll be get A2 package, right? Now, how to run the program? We have Java C, right? B2.java. Just simply you can run B2.java. There is no -d dot, because we are not using any package in B2.java. Directly we are using that. Now, how to run the program? Java space. If you run directly B2, say for example, if you run directly B2 of this one, Java B2 A2 help. That's all. Now there is no need of to compile Java space my pack or pack dot B2, because where is B2 class file? Here itself, in the current folder itself. There is no another package we have created B2 pack. Directly we are going to creating normal way. Normal way we are going to use it. Just Java space class name, that is B2 class name. It display A2. Okay, so like this also we can done it. So that's about the packages in Java.